Good morning, everybody. I'm going to do this up here because apparently I'm unpredictable with a microphone, and that makes that really difficult to record. So, again, my name is Jonathan Dugan. I'm a member of the Stewardship Committee. And with the launch of the Stewardship campaign this year, I wanted to tell you a little bit about why my family gives to St. Paul's. So our campaign this year, if you've seen it on the signs when you walked in, maybe you got a mailer and you looked at that, is one drop with limitless impact. And when we were coming up with this theme for this year, we thought a lot about how we could do more together. One drop, one interaction, one piece of funding, whatever it is, could have just far more reaching impact than we could ever alone. And what we've seen those impacts happen as an organization in our lives. A phone call to a friend, making dinner for people, someone who turned out to need it and you didn't know it, a financial gift, whatever it is. But if you're listening to NPR, I guess literally at any single time, they talk about impact. Lots of people talk about impact. Everybody's asking for money. Why here? And that's important for us, me as a family, to understand why we're doing it. So it was good for reflection for us. And I think I wanted to reflect on that with you, so you could have a chance to think about that as well. I mean, because lots of things can make ripples. For my wife and I, it came down to fundamentals. What's the basis for those ripples and those impacts that are coming out from those actions? Because you can dress up messages and make things nice and shiny and marketing stuff, but you can't really hide your core beliefs in an organization or person forever. So at St. Paul's, we hear it over and over again. We read it a couple times already. It's on the sign out front, like unconditional acceptance, unconditional love. And we believe it so much, it's everywhere because and it's funny, as we were talking about a little bit this morning, it made me laugh that we clarified because it happens so, unconditional acceptance happens so infrequently that we went on to say, and here's all the things that we mean by unconditional, just in case you missed the first sentence. That doesn't mean we don't try to get better as individuals or challenge each other as an organization, but it means that everybody's welcome at the table, at God's table. And some churches that my family has been involved with, they also call to unconditional love and acceptance, but when you play that forward throughout our time there, it sort of runs out of road at some point. There's something will come up where it's not really unconditional. And that's not where we want to be. And you see, the more time I spend with the St. Paul staff, with you all, because you're the church, with the things that we do as an organization, it shows how deep that goes into the way we do life together. As a family, we've sat down with people that have dramatically different experiences and lifestyles, gender identities, sexual orientations, financial situations, more here than we have at any other single organization. And that's really unique. And that's the place where we want to raise our family. And we want our kids to have that foundation and for our lives together. And I guess since I'm standing here telling you about this, I think you should want that also. So a bit on the campaign, Paul sent out this nice letter to you all. If it was in the pile of mail at your house like it was in mine, you should go dig that out. It's a good read. We expertly folded them. So there's a table on the back of this. And you should read that because there's some, Dana talked about stewardship. And with the campaign being on one drop limitless ripples, I want you to, I'm going to read some examples, and I want you to think about whether this was even possibly achievable, if one person just did it, or we all get together with God's help, and it just goes forever. Sunday school participation, 170 kids. Total meals for those in need, 6,500. Flower bouquets to someone who delivered for homebound or grieving or celebratory, 300. I mean, someone was sitting at home and was like, I wonder if anybody's thinking at me. We knocked on their door and they have flowers on their table now, and they know that all week now. Families served by nursery, and as a working family, 153 families have trusted their kids in care to us, to help teach them and pour into their lives. So good for you all. Print that. If you can't find it, call Rebecca. She'll get you another, and put that on your fridge. You all should be proud of yourselves. I'm proud of us for doing that all together. So what should we do? I would like a call to action, because I want something that I know what I'm supposed to take away from it. Continue to be generous is what I would ask of myself and all of you. If you aren't supporting St. Paul's, start doing that. I think this goes a long way, much further than I think we could ever even expected. And just like I like predictable income, so does our staff, so does our team, so do the great work we're trying to go do. So try to be a predictable giver. In churches and nonprofits, we try to do that through pledge cards and stuff. So say what you think you're going to give and help us know so we can set the budget. Paul and his financial team went through all that, and you'll see that in the letter you all have at home. He thought that with all the rising costs and things like that, that we were 4% additional would get us to be able to help our programs the way we want to, the way our staff we think we need to, and keep up with our commitments here. And thank you for everything you all have done for my family, for each other, and you guys are awesome. Appreciate it.